at work tomorrow. Unpredictable be your first day at work tomorrow. When gonna be the first day you take off?
I take out one a month, baby.
September, the first week of September. That's terrible, man. Check once, twice, and check once again. Welcome to episode 24. Happy Saturday morning. We got some football today. In the NFL. Happy Saturday morning. To the right of me, I got ESPN checking in. Gold plated with the Hornets Nest Gold Championship on him. Next to him, I got the People Champ checking in with all the Hornet Nest money on him. Down bottom, he just here so he don't get fined. We got Unpredictable checking in, and last but not least, we got our triple OG, boxing OG, track OG, everything OG, Clutch, aka Domino. Welcome. Saturday morning. If you didn't check out episode 23, check that out. Our new times, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Thursday morning at 8 o'clock. Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. You can catch us. Please subscribe. That'll make it easier for you. Subscribe, like, share this. Join the Facebook group. But we got some work to get to. So, fellas, let's get it. Let's check this. Yeah, let me get this in case Joe come in because it's a little linked in the video. Hold on.
Oh, I see Joe.
Oh, you do? No, you don't.
Oh, that's a black screen. My bad.
It's the kind of community, as a family, as a parent, you really want to see your kids grow and they're thriving.
Thriving for a high schooler can mean a lot of things, but for Thompson's sophomore quarterback, Trent Seaborn, thriving means 7 figures. That's right, Seaborn was offered $1 million name, image, and likeness deal in high school from a trading card company called Leaf.
It's a 7-figure deal for, multi-year, and or over the life of the contract, and was blown away because the year before they had approached us with a 5-figure deal, and at that point, we said, well, gosh, that's great, but it's not allowed in Alabama.
So the year before that, he was in 9th grade, starting in the 9th grade, and he received the NIL offer starting his 9th grade year, starting high school. The young man been playing for Thompson, one of the most prestigious high schools in Alabama. I think Tua and baby Tua and his little brother went there. I think they choked in the championship, but this young man as an 8th grader won the state championship of Alabama, and he that lightning. Okay, he won the state championship, and he going into the 10th grade off of $1 million, and they turned it down. Anybody got it in the comments?
Yeah. Like you said earlier, it stemmed from him starting in the 8th grade and winning the 7-8 state championship. He had 5 touchdown passes in the game. And in actuality, he's from Hawaii over there with Tua now. So he has a Hawaii connection as well. But yeah, they figured out that by him not moving, collecting that $1 million, he'll be worth 20 or 30 million in a couple of years when he's able to actually uh, go to college. So that's why they probably don't want to take that $1 million. And then they
No,
already got money too.
no. They must got a whole lot of.
They got money. Yeah.
That's
How
what I
much
was gonna
Thompson
say.
gave him? How much Thompson gave him to come play?
Probably a house. I know.
Yeah, cause moving for Hawaii. I ain't never been on that. Clutch, you ever been to Hawaii?
Oh yeah, a couple
Oh
times.
yeah. Moving from Hawaii to lower suburb Birmingham. Yeah, that's the move for real. Come on, man. But I mean, that little million could have been for about 4 years, man. No, so you understand, champ?
I mean, I ain't saying I would do it. I'm saying I
Oh,
give
okay.
me. We finna move. Family, we moving.
We moving.
Yeah, we moving.
We moving. We stand right behind Clutch.
Yeah, we moving.
We stand right behind Clutch. Then we gonna talk trash. Come out to that older neighborhood.
I'm getting my parents to sign me over to my auntie them in Georgia or something.
Right, right.
You know. Yeah.
ESPN, I mean, what you think, man?
I mean, so like Champ said, they well connected with the Tool family. I read that the reason that Trent ended up in Alabama is because they visited the school when they would come and watch Tool play at Alabama. And the coach said that it's a possibility that he could be worth 100 million by the time the next one was to come around. So $1 million for 4 years, I don't know if I would take it with the talent. And it depends on the culture that you're up brought in, because if your family is wealthy enough and they don't need to be putting that type of pressure on you, is way different than if you had a family and that money changed their life.
Right. So I mean, so this y'all better get ready. Alabama gonna have to change that law, and we already behind, and we behind in the lotto and things of that nature, and the baseball team can't. Alabama Auburn baseball team can't recruit like like Tennessee and stuff because some law, but they're gonna get behind you because that's a good look for the University of Alabama that he's staying in Alabama. But everybody ain't gonna do that.
and who and
Sims,
who and who and who would you say he'll commit to Alabama when it comes time?
I'm just saying it make it better than him going to stay in Georgia right now or Florida. Florida, y'all state probably ain't got no laws on nothing, so so he probably gonna went to
Yeah,
Florida, move to
it's
Florilla.
oh yeah, it's
I
wide
don't
wide
believe it
open
turning
down here.
down money, man. I think it was $1 million per year. I don't believe it turning down money like that, man. I don't care who what, where I come from or what, man. I don't. I think you gotta take that money on hand.
I mean, it just depends on what the contract say sometimes.
Yeah. And then what if he go out this season and get hurt? Then he gets nothing.
Right. They back got insurance on them, but yeah, I don't believe in that or agree with that. So unpredictable. Welcome to welcome to the show. You are close with the kids and you influence the kids. Uh, one of your students would you encourage them to turn down the money and wait?
Um, that wouldn't be the first thing I would do. The first thing I would encourage them is to let me legally adopt them first. Right? That'd be the first thing.
You
The
did
second
that
thing
with
I
me
would
and I
do,
ain't got no money, so I know you. Yeah, I believe you.
yeah. So that would be the first thing. The second thing is I would be his official agent,
Right.
and we'll sign for $1 million because I know you earlier. You asked Clutch, has he ever been to Hawaii? Now, I ain't never been to Hawaii, but I've been on in Woodley Road, so I'm sure it's not the same. But after I legally adopt him and file taxes, we going to Hawaii, Paris. We're going to see Jay-Z and Beyonce. We're going to Tyler Perry studio. We're going everywhere. So to me, it's something bigger than that because ain't no way they turn. I don't care how much money you got because you ain't turning away no money like that. But I would like to legally adopt him. I'm putting myself out there.
You're right. But do you? I can see unpredictable sports management. Clutch sports better hold on because unpredictable sports management coming. It's over with. But what was I finna say? But can y'all see it be a problem in the future for high schools in Alabama?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah, big time.
Very much so.
Because they will start leaving. They will start leaving.
Yeah, and then Tyrone and little JoJo now they ain't finna play that. We gone.
Yeah, they out.
IMG, OMG. Well, we going there.
But you know what? You know where I see the problem coming in at? Now, this is me because my thing is, whenever I go into a situation, I try to look at all sides, and I think about three different type of people: me, myself, and I. You think that I'm gonna sit there and be a high school coach and a teacher making 50, and he gonna get $1 million? We ain't practicing no more. There's a lot of stuff we putting out because if he gonna get $1 million, I need to get 20% of that. I'm teaching at this point. He own me. He gonna tell me what to do when he not coming to practice. Practice is over. We going on strike. That's all.
You know what he gonna tell you when you say something wrong to him?
The difference is you wear your watch to tell time. I wear my watch to tell you how valuable my time is. There's a difference between the two. Stop playing with me.
Come on, man.
You telling time. I'm telling you my time is valuable.
That man ain't gonna want to hear nothing you got to say.
That's why but guess what? We would have no football team.
The teachers ain't even gonna be able to teach them.
No. But he seemed like a little quality guy, man, and I hope it work out for him. And I hope the state wake up because man, the state, Alabama, the high schools were known for bringing in what the Katrina folks when Katrina hit back in the day. Yeah. They proper were bringing them in like they wasn't good though. They didn't do that part right. But probably was bringing so many New Orleans kids in.
One of them was my cousin, but they trying to convince me they didn't do it.
Right. But Alabama high school, I mean, Alabama, we need to get that in motion because we like them to stay here in the state so they can go to where that place at?
T-Town.
Man, you know they talking about Thompson, Georgia.
I don't give a piss about nothing but the time.
So they're gonna affect it. I'm gonna follow the Facebook group because we're gonna talk about this Hoover action. They were doing the Oklahoma drill or something, and the coach went and pulled on the one the boy looked like he might be one of my cousins. He was a good threesome. He pulled the helmet off and Big Budget fell back and ass and everything came out. Man, hey, check the Facebook page. Make sure you follow Such a Lineup Facebook page. Cause we got to discuss that. All right, we out of high school. Now we going to college. Let's see what we got.
Format just got approved for next season. Here's everything you need to know about the new format in 2024. In the new 12-team playoff, the teams that make it will be the 5 highest-ranked conference champions plus the next 7 highest-ranked teams as determined by the College Football Playoff Selection Committee. This means the SEC, Big 10, Big 12, and ACC champions will all receive automatic bids, as well as the next highest-ranked Group of 5 conference champion, which would have been Liberty this past season. The committee will then rank the remainder of the top 25, and the 7 highest-ranked non-conference championship teams will receive at-large bids to the College Football Playoff. This past season, that would have included teams like Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Missouri, Penn State, Ole Miss, and technically Florida State, since this was the last year for the Pac-12 and Washington was ranked higher than them. What do you guys think? Do you like the new 12-team playoff format?
Well, y'all could have made the playoffs. Florida State could have got in. What y'all DSPN? What you think about the new playoffs?
Hey, I'm all for it. That's more football to watch in my eyes. more football that counts to be watched. But I would love to see the smaller teams stack up against the bigger name teams so that we can stop the if we was in we got a shot. Well, now hey, it's put up or shut up.
And your team will just blow it like like they.
But you know what?
Well,
I didn't see nothing wrong with the old format. I know they made a big deal about Georgia and TCU, but I think what we forgot was TCU beat Michigan to get there. So it's not like it was a two-team format and they say, let's just put TCU in there because they did play Michigan, the Big Ten champs. It's just that it's all about matchups. So
I feel like the eye test is not always the best test. Because you shouldn't be able to tell me, oh, let me go look at this team. This team roster look better than this team roster. Like, that's not fair. So now you kind of take that out of their control because everybody kind of know what the top 12 teams are, despite the record, once we get to that point.
Yeah.
And Florida State should have been in the playoffs anyway. We
I
should have
agree.
been there anyway.
Trash.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
We beat the Miamis, we beat the Floridas, we beat the LSU's, and we don't get in the playoffs. Come on, man.
Cry me a river.
Well,
Look at my violin.
Can I tell you something, X? I take nothing away from the Alabama program, the kids, the coaches, and I still say Nick Saban is the greatest football coach ever. But that goes back to the only thing I keep on saying is Alabama get these gifts that nobody else do. I don't, and so to me, you should have a format that's a standard. Tell me the criteria.
Hey,
So
you think them Gibbs over with?
Who?
You think them Gibbs over with?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Saban,
No. How you seen the recruit class?
Yeah, I see him dropping like flies.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But see, to me, let's have a criteria. So
They got one, and it's crap now. The playoff criteria, because they're gonna let the Big 12 champion in and the ACC champion in straight out the rip, and we know those conferences are lesser value. They the great value of Walmart.
Well, see, this is me. Let's have a criteria. For example, if we're saying that the ACC is not as good as the SEC, let us know. If I'm Florida State, I'm saying if strength of schedule is a criteria, let me know. Because now I can go play better teams. Now, in defense of Florida State, they play Florida, they play LSU. Then start saying, because sometimes the schedules are done so far in advance, Florida wasn't good this year. So now you played a weaker Florida team that wasn't your fault because the schedule are done almost 10 years in advance and then you got rivalry. So we should have a format where we can clearly say, like the NFL, the NBA, they clearly say, if you do this, then you're in, no matter what it is, instead of saying, well, Alabama looked better, so we're going to jump this team to do this team. To me, let's have a format. And if Alabama has a better point system than Florida State, I'm all for it. And if it's the other way, then I'm all for it.
Right, because Florida State didn't have any idea when they scared LSU that LSU was gonna be ass. And
they were actually better than y'all.
And they beat them 2 times in a row. They thought they were gonna get some points off that. They thought they were gonna get some points out of being y'all, man. They didn't know. They didn't know.
Hey man, we just want to say thank you.
Amen.
Harbaugh go back to the NFL after he whooped y'all ass. And what team called a quarterback sneak? Hey, Clutch, the game on the line. What team trying to get to a national championship called a quarterback sneak from an 8-yard line?
There was something wrong with the head.
I thought they was the Philadelphia Eagles with Jalen Hurts back there, like they was doing the Eagles push or something. It was a bad snap. The man snapped 100 times.
All right.
That was pretty crazy.
Do y'all think the playoff format will affect the intensity of big games now? Because like it used to be something to lose 1 or 2. Like if you lose more than 2, you probably still through in the way these conferences are formatted. And but
no.
I mean, do y'all think the intensity will still be the same?
It's gonna be
Uh,
a couple two loss teams in there. It,
I
it, it,
said,
it
yeah, I said if you
so
lose more than two,
it
and
may
I
be a 3 because the
and
way
I
they set up, you got to look at all the different the conferences, all the main dogs in the same conference. You got 3 main conferences, and all the big dogs in the same conference. They got to play each other. So it's
well,
gonna be some team, 1 or 2 teams that's gonna have 3 losses.
what you saying, Disney?
we might see what the NFL do once you get to that last game and you already solidified. You might see them take a week off, pull the starters. Typically typically you don't do that in college because every game matters.
Yeah. So do y'all
But
think the conference championship, the prestige of the conference championship it went down some?
I think you
Yeah.
still want the conference title. I think you still want that, but somewhere in there, a game will be taken off for rest purposes.
If you Georgia last year, did you want to play in the SEC championship? Because
I don't think
without it, you
you
make it in,
right, and you get that rest.
right? So I think these playoffs are gonna water down the conference championships, and they will water down some of the major losses. Alabama lost 2 fluke games to LSU and Tennessee, and you know what I'm saying. With that happening with the 12-team playoffs, it wouldn't hurt as bad.
Well,
Remember
I
that
tell you
fluke game?
one thing it ain't gonna water down my drink when it
Right.
comes to December 21st when we got the 3 playoff games. It ain't gonna water down my drink.
But you know what?
What you mean? You got,
I just
what you
think
mean you
that
got 3 playoff games? What you saying?
The first playoff game is December 20th, then the next 3 are December 21st. So it's not gonna water
Oh,
down
okay.
my drink.
We should have that by. We should have that by. So I don't know. It get cold outside, man. I asked, would the playoffs being played at home uh will it affect some southern teams if they had to travel? One of the coaches used to coach at Mississippi and Alabama, and he told me the weather is just as cold here as it is up there. And it sounded crazy at first, but he said the humidity and things of that nature, and he's traveled and coached in different spots. So
yeah,
I
and
I
mean,
was with him on
just
that.
to
with Marcus
just
Jordan with
I
that wet
mean,
stuff.
just to use Alabama. Has Alabama ever played in the snow? Like, say for instance, they got to travel up to play Michigan. Have they ever played in the snow?
Nope. And they coming from
Nope.
Hawaii.
Have Miami? Oh yeah, Miami playing the other snow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, speaking of playing in the snow, y'all seen what his name is? Brandon Jacobs. The
Yeah,
Brandon Jacobs interview where
his
he
high
say
school
he yeah.
in high school. He said before the national championship game, he did a line of snow and ran for like 500 yards, 5 touchdowns, or something like that.
New Orleans, baby.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Hey,
I get it now.
I think college football is losing its. Sometimes they're turning more to the NFL. The thing I liked about college over the NFL was it was something different. So it's almost like the tradition. You still want those traditional games, and you still in the national championship. You still want those teams that's undefeated, 1 loss, maybe 2. But you want to see those teams because you see Bama going 9-3, and if they make it, it's like it's not the same when they undefeated. Because we still want to. Because when they lose, I want them undefeated, so they can't say, "Well, they was 9-3, they didn't expect it anyway." But my
Very
thing
much,
is, I think it's taken away from it, and
yeah.
we talk about the NIL and people leaving and getting ready for the pros. You're gonna start seeing a whole. You're gonna start see it focusing on the top 12. You're gonna see the 13 through everything else, so you're gonna lose money all the way across the board because they're gonna start protesting. Shout out to Florida State. Would have sit out.
Yeah, now I will say that 12, I felt like that was a little too steep. I would have took the top 5, gave the number one seed a bye week, taking the top 5 or top 7, something like that. But 12 teams, you do see some riffraff. Like, I ain't gonna want to see no Georgia versus no Fresno State. That I ain't gonna want to see.
And last thing, I'll say this. I think what gets lost is today in August, we still talking about Bama and Florida State who should have got in. Controversy brings cash. So we still talking about that. You take away the debate of who should have got in and who didn't, because one thing about it is they had 2 for almost a decade. They say we need more. Now they have 4. They say they need more. They have 12. And go to basketball. They started out, I think, with 48. Then they went to 64 plus 68, and somebody still saying they should get in. So no matter how many people you get in or how many teams, somebody will always cry and think they should have got in. That's just part of it.
I agree.
Sound like my baby mama on child support. She thought she should have got more. She's still crying.
Right.
I know one thing. I'm on child support. I seen a full check last month for the first time in my adult life. I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you.
Hey, my little cousin Matt, my little cousin Matt wanted to tell us about the preseason college poll. Let me see what Matt got to say.